This is second lecture of last unit, fifth, okay, of analysis of arches. So, first of all, I would like to discuss the various forces acting on the arch, acting on arch. Okay. In this entire syllabus, we are covering circular arch and parabolic arch, right. So, today we will be covering circular arch, right. In any arch, whether parabolic or circular, okay, any type of arch, okay, say 3-inch arch. Okay. Why in this unit we need to analyze 3-inch arch, because 3-inch arch is statically determinate. Okay. This is the shape of the arch and load is coming from that side. Okay. Load is coming from that side. Okay. At any section, okay, suppose I am considering this one. Okay. So, what the forces are coming at that section. So, make a tangent and normal here. Okay. So, if we take the free body diagram at here, so let me show. Okay. So, this one point. Okay. So, this is suppose section. Okay. This point is A. Okay. At supports, we know that vertical reaction, thrust, and thrust V B H B. Okay. H A. Okay. If we are considering the entire arch, then we will and by applying sigma f x equal to 0, then we will have H A is equal to H B is equal to H. Why? Because there is no any horizontal force, all forces are acting vertically downwards. So, these are the external forces. Okay. These are external forces V A and H. So, apart from that, the member apart from that support reactions, what are the other forces? Other forces are here. Okay. Other forces are here at this section. Suppose this is at any distance x. Okay. And say this is the length of the this is the span. Okay. Horizontal distance between points A B. So, here which type of force will appear at this tangent, equal and opposite force that will come. Okay. For equilibrium, both will be same. So, this one force at this section, say this is since this is normal to the section. So, say this is as not q, say this as n. Okay. If you are writing q, nothing is that wrong, but yes, write n. So, n is what? N is normal thrust. Normal thrust. Yeah, normal. You can here look here. Equal and opposite forces are coming and that section. So, it is the normal shear, normal thrust. Okay. Normal thrust. Okay. Normal thrust. You say it is better to use normal thrust, and another force that is coming in that direction. Okay. In that direction, equal and opposite. So, this one. Okay. Say this is Q. So, this is the radial shear. Why it is radial shear? Because this shape has certain value of radius, okay, and it is along that okay. So, that why it is radial shear. Okay. Normal thrust or normal shear, okay, that and can also be normal shear. And one more force is acting on the arch member, and that is this one, okay. That is bending moment, for equilibrium, for both part, for this one and for this one, that should be equal. So, this is the these three forces are acting at every section, this is at section x. So, at every section we have we have three forces. M is what? M x, okay. This is the bending moment, and we know that depending upon the sagging or hogging, it will have either positive we will take for sagging positive, and otherwise we will take it as negative. So, maximum positive bending moment and maximum negative bending moment. Okay. Since that member we need to design after analysis. Okay. After analysis we need to, what is the objective? Objective is to design. So, we have to find the maximum values of bending moment, okay. And these values also, maximum bending moment, and at the point of maximum bending, what is the values of these two, so that our member is sufficiently strong to carry that type of load, right. So, bending moment, normal shear, radial shear, okay, normal shear, okay. These are these can be the forces, okay. How these forces will be determined? How we can determine different all these forces? Since we are analyzing three hinged arch, and in three hinged arch, I told you in last class that three hinged arch is statically determinate. What it means? Value of ds, static indeterminacy is 0. It means total number of unknown forces, it is exactly same as we have the number of available equilibrium equations, okay. Number of equilibrium equations. What are look here, what are total number of forces? V A H, okay. V A H here V A H, V A this one H, okay. If we are considering H A and H B, so 4 member forces, okay, 4 member forces and allowable equilibrium static equation sigma f x 0, sigma f y 0, sigma m z equal to 0, 3 equation, and due to this internal hinge we have another additional equilibrium equation that gives 0 bending moment, for left hand, for right hand both. So, for both sides of left and right, bending moment at the crown is 0. So, calculation is very simple. We will apply the static equilibrium equations. Okay. We do not need to make any we do not need to use any compatibility equation, with only with the help of the equilibrium equation, we are able to analyze, we are able to find all these forces. Okay. These forces, if we know the value of, V A H, okay, then calculation of N Q M is very simple. Apply sigma, apply equilibrium equation, static equilibrium equation, and find out the values. Okay. Resolve the forces in different segments. Okay. You can have that value. Okay. Say if we need to calculate the value of N and Q, okay, how we can resolve, how we will resolve. Okay. Let me explain how we will resolve. It is it will they will be resolved. Okay. It will be resolved, okay, to get the value of N and Q. Let me explain in next slide. Okay. We will do after explaining the normal thrust and radials here. Say this is the case shown in previous slide. Okay. At this point is A, this point is any point P that is at x distance from this support, A, and if we need to find this one force and this one force, and this one force Q, we need to find. Okay. And there may be certain loading, okay, there may be certain loading, may or may not be any loading, say this point is say this point is say P, okay, say this point is P, say x and y, x is this one distance, y is vertical distance, So, we can resolve these forces and can be resolved along this one and along this one and okay, and this one. Okay. This n can be resolved in perpendicular axis, and what will be the that angle? Okay. That angle theta will be what? It is dy by dx. It will be dy by dx if this point is P. If this point is P, then it is dy by dx at known x y, Okay. At this point, what will be the value of component? What will be the value of component at here? Okay, at here Vp. What is the Vp? Vp is the vertical force at P, and what will be that? Vp will be Va minus load on segment, which one? AP. Okay. In this segment, whatever is the load. Okay. So, if load is 0, then Vp will equals to be Va. Okay. Now, that force has to be resolved in this one and this one direction. Okay. If this is theta, then that angle will also be theta. Okay. It will be or not. Okay. So, this angle is theta. So, that angle is theta. Okay. That angle is theta. So, this is 90 minus theta, then this is theta exactly. So, this is this one component is what? Vp cos theta, and this one component is Vp sin theta. Clear? And at this point P, if we consider the equilibrium, since there is H, that's why at the point P, to make the equilibrium, there will be also a horizontal thrust, there will be also a horizontal thrust H. There will be also a horizontal thrust H, right. So, we need to resolve this H also in this one direction, in this direction and in this direction, Okay. So, what will be that value? Okay. Since this is theta, so it will be H into this one, H into sin theta, and this one component it is okay, V p sin theta is not this one actually, okay. This is V p sin theta, right. We did a mistake, this is V p sin theta, okay. V p has been resolved along this one component, V p cos theta, and this one component V p sin theta, okay. This is not a perpendicular axis, okay. And H has been resolved, in this direction, and it will be H into sin theta, and along this it will be H into cos theta, okay. So, find what is the value of n. N is if we are considering this one direction, okay. If we are considering this one direction, so it is what, V p sin theta minus H cos theta, and what is Q? Q is what? Q is V p cos theta plus H sin theta, right. And bending moment m, bending moment at any section x will be what? It will be V a into x minus load, okay, whatever is the load. So, load into perpendicular distance, okay, minus at here the bending moment will be h into y, if this distance, say this is y, right. Look here, this one component, okay, that component can be taken as in similar one. This is point P. So, this one part we are denoting by small mu x. So, bending moment, it is mu x minus h into y, and what is mu? Mu is the beam moment. This is actually, this is called as beam moment. This is beam moment, right. So, beam moment we can calculate it very easily, okay. So, consider as a horizontal member. So, V a into perpendicular distance x, okay. H is okay, V a into h minus whatever is the load here. If load is there, then okay, not present, then it will be neglected, okay. So, this is the steps, analysis steps that we will be doing in solving the questions, means to finding the member forces, okay. After calculating the bending moment at the section, the next step will be to plot the bending moment diagram, bending moment diagram. So, let us solve this question. In this question, what is given to us? 3-hinge arch. Okay, arch is 3-hinge arch, means one hinge here, one hinge here, okay, and one hinge here at A, B, C. these are the hinge, means moment at these points are 0, and at this point C, suppose bending moment is m c. So, m c is 0 for this one part, for that one part also. Okay. For both sides it is 0, okay, at the crown. So, 3 hinge arch consisting of 2 quadrantal parts AC, AC for this quadrantal part AC, and it has the radius of 2 meter. It has the radius of 2 meter. That is the radius. That is the radius. Okay. And another segment BC. Another segment BC. This one BC. Another segment BC. Okay. This segment has radius double of radius, means 4 meter. 4 meter. These are the center points. These are the center point for AC segment. Okay. And we need to find reactions at the support and bending moment under the load. Bending moment under the load. Load here it is 40 kilonewton. It is point load 40 kilonewton. Okay. That load 40 kilonewton in this side and 60 kilonewton in this side. Okay. This point is D, this point is E. So, we need to find the bending moment under the load also. Okay. In this question, normal thrust, radial shear, that can also be asked, but that has not been asked in this question. So, let us calculate first of all support reactions, and I have told you in previous slides that all calculation will be using static equilibrium equation. So, let us calculate first of all support reactions. Support reactions. Support reactions. Okay. Support reactions. So, number 1, we will use equilibrium equation. So, at first sigma f x, actually since h is written here. So, sigma f x does not have any sense. Okay. If we are writing equal value, second equilibrium equation sigma f y equals to 0, then we will have V a plus V b is equal to how much? 40 plus 60 means 100, equation number 1. Okay. Third equation is equilibrium sigma m about any support point, say A is equal to 0. What we will be getting at any point A? So, we will get V b into total vertical distance. This is 2 meter, this is 2 meter, and this is 4 meter. So, total distance is 6, right, 6 and 6 minus h into, for h what is the vertical distance? Vertical distance will be this one, vertical distance will be this one will be the vertical distance, and that distance is how much? 4 minus 2, that is equal to 2, h into 2. Okay. And other forces 60 and 40. Okay. For 40 it is plus or minus, it is minus 40 into what is this one distance? Okay, that is given. Okay, that is given. Okay, it is at an angle of 45 degree, at an angle of 45 degree. So, let us calculate this distance. Let us calculate this distance. Okay, what will be this distance? This distance will be 2 is this. So, it will be it will be 2 cos 45, right. 2 cos 45, 2 cos 45 means 2 cos 45, 2 by under root 2. So, it is 2 by under root 2. So, it what will be that value? That value will be let me calculate 2 divided by under root 2. Its value is 1.414. Okay. Okay. Under root 2 means 1.4. So, this value is minus 2. Okay. Say minus 2. It is 0.586. Okay. 0.586. Okay. So, 40 into 0.586, and for this one let us calculate this one value. Okay. Okay. Calculate this. So, this is 4 cos 45, 4 cos 45. So, 4 under root 2, for 2 root 2. Okay. So, its value is 4 divided by under root 2, it is 2.828. Okay. 2.828. Okay. And this one distance is 2. So, minus 60 into 4.828. Okay. So, here we is equal to 0, is equal to 0. Okay. So, we will get another equation, number 2, Let us write, okay, first of all let us write. So, 6 V A minus 2 H is equal to, okay, how much is that value? 40 into 0.586, okay, and plus it is 60 into 4.828. Okay. So, we are getting 3.12, right, equation number 2. Okay. This is equation number 2. And one more equation, fourth equation we will write. Okay. Consider any part, since here in this equation we have V A. So, consider left one part. Okay. Consider this one left one part, this one. Okay. So, M C equal to 0, M C for left part, okay, for left part equals to 0. Okay. Let us write it. So, what will be V A into perpendicular distance is 2, okay, perpendicular distance is 2, and 2 perpendicular distance is 2 minus this one 40 into perpendicular distance, that one we have calculated as under root 2 means 1.414. Okay, that we have calculated. So, 1.414, okay, minus h into y, h into this one, y is 2 meter, 2 equals to 0. So, what we are getting here? We are getting 2 V A minus 2 H is equal to this is 40 into 1.414, it is 56.56, equation number 3. So, solving equation 1, 2, 3, okay, 1, 2, 3, okay. We can get the value of V A, we can get the value of V B, we can get the value of H. Value of V A after solving we will get 57.07, okay. This is actually V B, okay, this is V B and this is V A. V A value we will get as 42.93 and value of H as 14.65 kilonewton. Okay. The rest of the thing we will be continuing in next lectures, right. Thank you.